win here. It has to be a win from TSM to secure that spot. But if they get upset in this fight against Furious5, who says GL8? Oh my god, that's so nice. Oh my god, people have to say that more.
F5 Hyperion did say good luck, have fun in chat, and so clearly spirits are high coming through from the side of Furious5, which is vaguely misplaced considering how game one ended up going.
Real quick, I would just like to cut into the stream real quick. Sorry, as this is Chris here speaking. I'm the observer. I would just like to apologize that chat came through. No niceties are allowed in this game. Toxicity only. So I would just like to apologize that good vibes came through on the chat. It will never happen again.
Oh, the blade demons are coming out right now.
Man, that just ruined my day. Dang.
Yeah, I mean, seeing those niceties come through is really disturbing my mental fortitude in this game. As we do see the start coming through, there's a bit of posturing coming through from the Nautilus. Nothing more is going to happen though. As we see the starts, as Karoder is asserting the mental dominance over the Nautilus in the river. This is a clearly high stakes match, and both teams are feeling the burn.
Oh yeah, listen, I completely agree with Crowder doing the dominance here. Especially after Tommy Walsh's first game, and the more tilt you can put on people, the better. Honestly,
the mental game is a wise one to learn for any league players out there. Take it from Wonder, as we do see the start coming through, a double bot side start coming through from both junglers. As we see Mocha starting on the red to Krugs to Raptors, and Rek'Sai doing the blue to Gromp to probably Wolves or to Chickens.
Now, that's not an uncommon start from red to Krugs. That does open up a level 2 gank if Nautilus and Tristan keep pushing. That probably won't happen, but it is a slow push, and that is a complete possibility. If Xin Zhao is able to recognize that, he'll probably go for that. But it's much safer to just go to your Raptors, do a full clear, and
they get cut off by Tristana. The knockout comes through. The ignite does go down onto Putters 2-on-1. Has to blow the heal. It's the ignite for heal trade, but crucially the health bars of Furious5 are there.
All said and done, that's not a bad trade. You lose a heal, but you really retain all the other summoners in exchange for an ignite. So all flashes are still up. You do lose a little edge in terms of the health pot, but very well played from TSM to avoid the level 2 all-in. Versus just
the level 2 power of Tristana Nautilus.
Go get him.
The little engage with the foot on the Nautilus, the flash coming through. Karoder, the Tristana just jumped away, but the Zinzal's right onto him. Tristana's not getting away today, or is she? As the Nautilus is trying to get away, the Spider Knot will not happen today, as the Jinx will secure the kill onto the Nautilus. It's first blood for TSM.
Yeah, talking about running a 5K, oh my lord. The Nautilus and Tristana split up. So, Tristana, you really can't stay here, buddy. It's not your
Tristana has now decided to push in that wave. It's a little bit of a tilter play. No. Tristana gets buffered but misses the stun. It's not going to matter. And Mocha gets the kill on Tristana. It's 2-0.
I don't want to say this game is done, but this game might be done after I saw that. There was a lot of confidence oozing from Hyperion there, and he paid for it full blast. But
as we saw before, Rek'Sai does take all of Xin Zhao's top side jungle. It's a 2-0 trade overall, but Xin Zhao is the main loser of this trade going through. It's 25-16 in the terms of the CS numbers, as Nautilus gets hooked on the Karoder but gets the stun off.
Looks like it's still about even in terms of gold. Xin Zhao did get that first blood, but fantastic. Really looking to kill XL Macro here. This is a really risky dive. You're wasting.
You have to wait until the next wave to actually go for this dive, considering the fact that this wave is no longer going to stack up properly. As Rek'Sai's spending a lot of time trying to do this here, Xin Zhao is very much on the way, and they have to call it off the dive. A lot of wasted time coming through.
Yeah, that's not what I wanted to see from the Rek'Sai. You have an advantage. You farm till 6. You get that level advantage. Because if you don't, then you don't hold that candle to Xin Zhao. Between Regan Wood and Tommy Walsh, it looks like everything's going pretty decently in the mid lane, Nothing too big, but the teleport was burned by Tommy Welshkey to get a little bit of that tier advantage, get that stacking over the Diana, and that's looking pretty good right now.
A very common thing, you base on wave 3, you have enough gold for the tier, you come back for a full, you don't have to blow the teleport, you come back for a full tier, and you are sitting just fine and dandy up in that lane. As Excel does base with a Bramble Vest, this is a big pickup to try and survive the lane against the Fiora.
Yeah, that's nice.
Solid pickup.
Yeah, Fiora's gonna... Yep, there it is. You can't land a Rupture on her no matter what you do because it's always gonna be reposted. About 20 CS lead for Fiora. She is demolishing the lane.
As the Moonfall comes out, but will not hit the target properly. As
What?
Regular just solo kills the Orianna, doesn't even need it.
No, you were out. You lived. Tommy, you're good. What happened, bro?
Doesn't even blow the flash down. It's 3-0 overall, but Vector coming to try and make a statement here against the side of TSM as Nautilus is going to get taken down nice and easy quickly here. Jinx just gets the resets going on. Vector with the flash jumping onto her and takes it down. Excel is not a part of the play to try and turn it. Or Mocha rather is a part of this play, but it is still a 1-for-1 overall. The solo kill comes through and the gank onto the bot side.
I swear to God, every time we say something, it's literally a cast occurrence. I said the mid lane was even. I said it was going okay. And then
the retract repel combo. This might come down for Rex to try to get some health back. And Rex does not have the tunnel yet. We'll get some cancel on the tunnel, and Mocha takes another one.
Alright, yo, I'm drafting Crowder over Smoothie. I'm sorry, CLG. You guys are doing great, but this Crowder guy, oh my God, he is on my fantasy now. This guy just doing everything. My lord, if he asks him to cook some Alfredo, he'll probably do it in a spectacular manner, too.
Caroder is a man on a mission in this game right now. As Excel the combo is gonna miss. Oh no! Bit off a little more than he could chew as Jesu gets the kill overall. But Nautilus is here on the play and trying to make it a 1-for-1. The flash comes through.
No.
Nautilus does miss the hook. But it's a 1-for-0 overall.
Listen, you said that Cho'Gath bit off more than he could chew. I beg to differ because I see Cho'Gath's ult still up, so he really didn't bite anything. That was a misplay. He had that. That Cho'Gath had that, and now he's 25 CS behind and a kill behind. It's just a mess up in the top lane. All across the map, let's take it back a little bit. We're gonna just look who has this in-game advantage. It really looks like jungle top that's completely going over to Furious5. Across the bottom side of the map plus mid lane, that's TSM territory. You can't touch that, right?
Most definitely. As a kind of a trend we've been seeing over the last 2 games, the top lane has been kind of a wash or arguably Furious5 favor. But again, I mean, the bot lane of Potters and Caroder has put on an absolute clinic over these other 2 games. As the Jinx does have a 10 CS lead over it, but crucially, I mean, the CS leads obviously Excel playing the weak side god role coming through. As another solo kill on the Tommy Welshkey. I'm curious to see how that happened. I didn't really catch that, but does blow the ultimate. Tommy Welshkey still does not blow the ultimate to try and save himself, which is definitely a peculiar circumstance, as Zinzan has a free access for the Rift Turret.
I am literally just the worst person to analyze this game. I said Fiora wasn't gonna get hit by a Rupture, as the camera literally goes to her getting ruptured. I said the junglers are gonna focus mid lane, because if you get mid lane, you get Pyro over both top and bottom river. There is no jungle pressure because freaking Regan Wood is just solo killing Tommy Welshkey every time his ultimate is up. So nothing here is supposed to be working as I thought it would, and it's just not great. It's definitely not a great start for Furious5, but they still have the Fiora to try to split push their way to victory.
As that Fiora rightly does have almost a 30 CS lead onto the Cho'Gath. Definitely going to be a concern for TSM as the games go on. But again, looking at this beautiful macro play, the Rift Turret comes immediately top to guarantee the play, and crucially, we can talk about wave states right now. The wave will bounce back to TSM as the again, the Magnetar comes through, and Jinx is just absolutely free-firing. The Rexer ulti goes down, but he's not going to find anything, as the bot lane does finally swap up on the side of Furious5, but is it too late to save the game?
You can't keep doing this. Is there nothing you can get?
As the double flash comes through, trying to get Tristana, the Team Rocket Death Rocket is just dead for the Tristana. As Dolph gets picked up by another, the Moonfall comes down, or Oriana flashes away.
Crowder, buddy, you can't keep doing this. This is not allowed in this elo. Like you're literally just being Grandmaster right now in this in this league. But this is not okay. The fact that okay, well, first off, the fact that the Rift Herald was dropped top with 3 people was a great play from TSM, but where was literally anyone from Furious5? Did they not realize they had to match that? That's the whole thing that started this off, and now Dragon's on the field, like, oh man.
Dragon is unavailable, but crucially, not a lot of ultimates coming through on the side of TSM, as Mogaga just gets absolutely one-shot by the Tristana. That's a big shutdown going to her. But again, looking at it, there's not a lot of actual ultimates down on the side of TSM. Everything is down. The Moonfall has now just come back up, but this should be a free drag on the side of Furious5.
It's definitely not the greatest look. They're 3,000 gold ahead as TSM. Furious5 really have to recollect. They have to realize that, alright, I don't necessarily agree with Tommy Welsh being the side lane pusher. I think you give that to Fiora, because in a long lane, Fiora can just chase down whoever she wants. Honestly, it's not going to be a fight. If you hyper stack the Fiora, I honestly don't think you win. Fiora is not one of those champions that can easily 1v5. There's a lot of stuff that can focus her after the riposte. She can definitely get far. She can maybe 1v2. Actually, she could probably 1v2 right now. She could maybe 1v3, but the second you send 5 after her, she's straight up dead. And I don't think that Furious5, if they see 5 being sent for Jizune over there, I really don't think they have the ability to take anything else on the map because of their weakened states due to their early kills.
Most definitely, as we see Caroder and Reaganwood are just kind of posturing. Caroder misses the bush with the ward, but Nautilus just walks right past it. He saw the ward being placed there, and Reaganwood gets jumped on. Potter is now has to be taken to the direct side. The order just comes down. She's wearing a sombrero overall, as Potter's Ben just kills the Rex side. He's chasing Kelly Welshie down. The Roaf's going to be dismantled today, as Potters decides not to go for it, but on the top side, a little bit of engagement through. Reaganwood now has the Moonfall, is trying to jump in, but can't quite do so, as the Magnetar comes down just for protection. It's a 1-for-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say this is the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to witness this.
Mocha, I'm going to cut you off, Spearboard, and Mocha is here. Mocha is trying to establish it, but it is a half second off the recall coming through. Turret plates do fall. Turret plates will fall soon. As Fiora, let's take a couple tower shots here. I don't know if he actually wins these very much. The Grand Challenge comes down, the flash away from Cho'Gath. The flash falls from Fiora, gets the solo kill again against the Cho'Gath.
Was that a solo kill the first time? Oh, yeah. It was. Yeah. As I was saying, guys, this not that what we just witnessed is a once-in-a-lifetime spectacle. Crowder missed a skill shot. I can't believe it myself. The man is basically Jesus incarnate, but like, come on, he missed a skill shot. That was amazing. But the biggest problem with everything that just happened, Tommy Welshie had a perfect 2-man Shockwave ultimate, and he just walks towards the fight. And even after he realizes that, his ultimate wasn't even on the correct target. Okay.
No, that wasn't come out of play. It's a 1v2. There's no way. There's no way he takes it.
Alright. But listen, Tommy Welshie, he has to reset. He really has to reset. Mental, gameplay, everything. Because as it stands, he's the weakest link. And when you see a weak link, you abuse that.
Yeah. As we were seeing before, So as the items starting to come through, the Night Harvester is being built by the Diana, the Kraken Slayer by the Jinx. They have the Triforce coming through from the Xin Zhao. But I want to talk quickly. Fiora has the Essence Reaver and is now building an Immortal Shield Bow. With the changes to 11.6, the Immortal Shield Bow no longer gives the lifesteal off the passive. It now gives this extra ability damage, and so that pushing threat is not going to be as valuable as it previously was. As the ulti comes down through from Tommy Walsh, the move comes down. It's going to get trade on the play. The 2-0. Diana is popping off.
Listen, Diana might have popped off, but come on, it's our boy Crowder setting all that up. That guy
just kills Fiora in the game on the bot side of the map.
Listen, if Fiora's going down right now, your win condition's kind of lost. You really need that Fiora to be able to 1v2. I mean literally 1v2. Like, if she can't take on 2 people, there is no way Furious5 is going to get through this team fight, this mid-game. Where, well, actually, you know...
As Karriga jumps on the Manyleads, and now it's going to come out here, the chemical comes down, the ult's not being blown, the depth charge comes down, but what goes down must come up, and Manyleads is being sent to a watery grave.
I don't know is that how physics work? What goes down must come up? I mean, alright, we'll roll with it. But, you know, even with, to your point, if Fiora builds the shield bow, even without the additional lifesteal, she still has more than enough sustain, more than an XL macro will have on the Cho'Gath. But he just get hit by a rupture. I am such a bad analyst. Oh my god.
Already boost the riposte, and so the riposte is not available to actually block the rupture. And so you're still fine. You're still good for now. You're still okay. And in the top side of the map, they are doing the rip-tailed. TSM is on the way to get tested. I'm not really get this right now. And Manyleads is going to cut out again by Reaganwood. The Riptail is still being started. They're looking for the fire. They're looking for the turn. After something being done by Mocha, he's going to try to get away. Karada is on the wrong side of the fight, to be honest. And he's just trying to block it off.
He's on the great side.
Down from XL as Tommy Walsh is trying to run away with the robot.
Shockwave, please. Shockwave.
The Shockwave is not available, but XL just feasts on their bones.
Tommy, man, my boy. I can't say much. He's just having a bad day. And really, TSM is just eating it up.
Over these last 2 games, Tommy Welshie is 1-11 on Orianna, as Rek'Sai is being absolutely chomped through right now. He's going to really safely with the coming out. Nautilus is now using the hook offensively to try and get him under the tower, but it's not really going to work too well. As Nautilus is still kind of blocking the flash. With the nasty flame trying to submit in the game, the Nitro comes out through. Mocha is going to try to turn this play. It's a 3v3 overall. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Jinx for Fiora, but I don't think it's going to work too well. 1 for TSM, as the Jinx would do, they have no damage to try to turn the play for the one. He's not here. XL is now wrong. As Tommy Walsh gets got the Tristan gets got again. Walsh then dies immediately after I already correct myself.
Boy.
Oh,
So gosh darn it, as Zana is not trying to escape with the death charge. But it's not going to matter that much. Reaganwood with another kill. It's a 4-for-1.
A little bit 2? Pretty sure 2 went down, right? On the side of TSM, Jinx, and
4-for-2. I do apologize. It's 4-for-2 overall.
So that looked real great for Furious5 in the beginning. You got the pick actually onto both Crowder and I believe it was Putters over there on the Jinx. You had that in the bag, but after that, TSM just collapsed way too fast. They collapsed from the top. They collapsed from the bottom. There was no way out, and that's literally indicative of how the team fights are gonna go. Tommy Welshie, I didn't really see the shockwave, but I will assume that it was somewhat decent, like maybe 1-2 people. But that's what happens if you send your split lane Fiora to try to team fight. She just gets absolutely railed, and nothing comes from it except for a negative trade.
As we are now seeing, these items are starting to look really disgusting. The Pivotal Chemtech is now done. Fiora's lane supremacy is now starting to dwindle away as the Runans is now being finished for the Jinx here. That's 40%, 55% crit coming through now for the Jinx, as the shield bow is finished for the Fiora. The Strike Breaker was done a while ago, but crucially, Orianna has less mythic items than the opposing team's Rel.
Alright, listen. Rek'Sai's really shouldn't go bot. Rek'Sai really has to leave Fiora on that island. Because he just show bot.
Rek'Sai and Fiora have both shown on the bot side of the map. This is now a free Baron for TSM. There's 2 TPs. The double TPs are available for on the side of Furious5 to contest this Baron, as Fiora has not moved yet. It's at 7k. Rek'Sai is still not here. Orianna is in the vicinity, but Fiora has still not TP'd. They have Victim in the pit. It's at 3k. It's at 2.5k.
Land the shot. No.
Orianna gets got on the back of the fight. It's a Baron for TSM. And Novice goes down and they change his ball. Rek'Sai is now looking to become the next piece of the dinner plate. Furious5 is now on the flank to try and kill it, but they have to jump away. And so now on the flank, the Rupture hits Tristana, and this is going to be death for the Rocket Girl. It's a 3-0 and the Baron for TSM.
You can't show your jungler bot. You really can't show your jungler bot like that. I understand you want to get the Fiora even further. Is she still fighting?
They're still fighting. The Grand Challenge comes down on the Mocha. This is going to be a solid kill picked up. And it's a 1v2 situation. The Maxwell comes through. He has no approach. The stun comes through. The stun lock goes down. But Fiora in a 1v2 is now getting the kill on the map. Cho'Gath beats her down.
So that was a pretty good 1v3.5, I think, because Cho'Gath kind of went in there and just ate dinner. But really, Jizun is the only lifesaver right now for Furious5. And I understand that you want him ahead, but you cannot show your jungler bot down there. Especially if you fail the gank. Like, you have to be 120% sure you're gonna get something down there, and they failed on both fronts.
As the Ocean Drake is now being spawned, Red has no vision on this play.
Oh,
they have no idea that they now see him on the board, but they're just trying and burn it. Rek'Sai is doing his web on the top side of the map when the Ocean Dragon is spawning. I can't make things up this dub. This is TSM's game to win if they've ever had a game to win before. It is Ocean Soul Point for TSM.
So that's not the worst Drake to give up. It's a bad Drake to give up, but it's not the worst. It's not the soul.
As Mocha is now just posturing for vision alone. 1v2 just decides to jump in and immediately out to try and get himself to safety.
That was a power move if I've ever seen one. Mocha just saying, hey guys, here's my ult.
I do want to say this though, very, very quickly. The Rel has more items than the Diana and the Orianna.
So, Orianna's out of the game. Straight up. 0-6, no mythic at 22 minutes in the game. She is completely out of this game, and that's huge, because that signals to TSM, hey, MR is not anything we need for the next 20 minutes. Rek'Sai? Buddy.
Rek'Sai's not proxying the wave, trying to push the wave. Will do so successfully. It's a very smart play coming through from the Rek'Sai overall.
I don't think that was smart. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I really don't. I'm confused. Because if you proxy away, you give.
As Moga's going to a little bit of engage here, Tristana just gets a one-shot on the back end of the fight. As the Magnus are coming through, it's a double kill for Zinzao. It's going to be another one. The Jinx goes down. It's a triple kill for Zinzao. Give him the Quadra. No! XL eats away the Quadra from Zinzao, but it's a 4-for-1 trade overall.
Oh, and this game is basically all wrapped up. They just have to lick the envelope seal and just send it through the post office, everyone. Right now, Regan Wood is more than a match. More than a match for Tommy. Tommy really can't stand up. There it is.
As the move ball comes down, Orianna just gets one shot. The ulti comes down. The Zanyas comes through for a style point. As Nala is trying to capitalize on the play that Regan Wood played. The stun comes through from Carrera trying to save his mid laner. It's gonna work out. Nobody dies. It's a 1-0 overall. And as we talked about before, as this mid laner is going down, this is TSM's playoff hopes. They rely on this game. They need this win, and it looks like they're in prime position to grab it in.
If any of you are gamblers, if you put money on Furious5 right now, you will get a great payout if they win. I'm just saying. Because odds are stacked 99-1 against them. The fact that Diana did not have to land her Moonlight passive, did one-shot the Orianna, is telling in itself. Looking across the board, we got 2-3 items coming out for the side of TSM. And lo and behold, Oriana does finish her Luden's Echo. That's a power spike. It's about 10 minutes too late, but it's a power spike. And there's nothing they can do. Your quote-unquote tank engage is 0-8. He has what I like to call empty tankiness, but Crowder, the legend, is
As
looking.
York is not trying to base, will not get the base off and trying to go for the Grand Challenge instead. The move will come down. Fiora trying to get out safely, but it's not going to matter. It's a 1-0 overall. Crowder with the kill, as Rek'Sai is now trying to burrow away for his life, and will do so successfully.
Oh no, girl, that's not yours to take anymore. This jungle is.
Crowder is still posturing. He is unafraid on this round here.
Listen, the cojones or lack thereof on Fantastic to try to take those cards. I admire the chutzpah. It wasn't the play, and right now he's just trying to get some farm from the way. Oh, he might have overstepped.
No, I see on the top side. They have overstepped a little bit here, but it's not going to get punched out well. It's just going to be a trade coming through, as we will see.
So, a little tip for everyone. If you verse something like a Fiora who wants to split push, or Shen who wants to just split push and ult if needed, you attack that person. You say, hey, I see you want to split push. You want to try to split push when you're 0-4? That's what they did. They attacked the Fiora first. They said, okay, well, I mean, if Fiora's dead, she can't split push, so that's problem solved, number one. That's what they're trying to do.
The bear is just going to get melted through on the side of TSM, and the Ocean Drake is spawning. This is it. This is the standing ground on the side of Furious5. This is the 11th hour. This is their one chance to try and secure the game. TSM is not looking to give it to them. They're going to take the top. They're going to take the base as a trade. They're taking the base as a trade for the Ocean Drake. They know they have to fight for this. Now they've started the base. They've now shown them they have to start the bases trying to go down. The Super see if they can get the steal. We're going to see it will not concede overall. They will lose a top inhib and potentially the game coming through here.
This is the worst trade in the history.
They have the mixers here. They have the goalie. They have the fighting potential. They get the tower. They're not going to go through. Trying to get down. The move ball comes down. It's a 1-for-1 overall. The Fiora is down. The Dan is going massive. The Drake is going massive. And it's a 4-for-1.
No.
Is it going to be a 5-for-1? Careful the startup. Get one. Sinzar takes it. And the FF comes through. TSM. Make playoffs after being the number 12 seed.
What a comeback story from the boys in TSM. Gotta hand it to them all. They played game 1 well. They played game 2 perfectly. Nothing really too bad you could say about their macro, their micro, nothing. And that was a beautiful game to end off of.
After roster swaps, after parental tragedy, after the